Jarryd, I guess how would you describe the type of player that you saw tonight, Jarryd that you guys went up against?
He's a pro. I guess you can put it in one word. You know, he's definitely a pro. You know, he's a big body. You know, he's tall, 6'9". He knows how to move it. You know, and I think he fits really well in Ohio State offense. You know, and defense for that matter. You know, and he's a great player. You know, he can finish around the basket. You know, he's a decent ball handler. You know, and yeah, so definitely I say a pro.
About the way you and Melson both were able to play tonight, because you guys really seem to be the ones carrying this team.
Yeah, we knew that, you know, in order for us to be successful, we we're going to have to be able to stop Sullinger and also be a force ourselves, you know. So, you know, one of those things happened. You know, we were able to you know, use our ability and you know, be successful on the offensive end and also on the glass, you know. But we couldn't do enough to stop Sullinger tonight, you know, and that's credit to their win.
I guess how do you explain the second half spurt that they kind of went on, because it seemed very reminiscent of what Illinois was able to do the first half against you last week?
Simply, I think they just, you know, outworked us in that little stretch right there. You can't have those kind of stretches if you're trying to win basketball games, especially in the Big Ten, you know, conference, day in and day out. You know, you're going to have teams like that coming in doing those kind of things, and you want to be the team doing that, not the opposition. You know, and it was the other way tonight. So hopefully, you know, against Purdue we can.
You played well, and Basabi certainly raised his game. Did you sense that he took this as something more than just another game, Basabi?
You know, I don't know. I wouldn't say it took us another game. You know, every game's important here. We're all battling for position here in the Big Ten, and you know, definitely for the ultimate prize, you know, to get to the dance. And you know, every game's every game. You know, you want to come out and play your hardest every time, and he happened to be successful tonight. So.
I guess where do you go from here? Now you have 3 of your next 4 on the road, and the next game obviously is against a really good Purdue team.
Right. You know, we just have to prepare. You know, I think we did a good job of preparing tonight, you know, just not well enough, I suppose, to get the W. So we're going to have to do what we did for this week and even more, you know, try to get those wins.
Coach was asked about moral victories. The fans may look at this and say, man, we hung with the #2 team in the country. Do you guys look at it that way, or are you disappointed?
Personally, you know, I don't believe in moral victories. You know, it's either win or it's not. You know, it's good that we hung around with the #2 team in the country, and you know, the #2 for a reason. They're only second to Duke, you know, and but that hardly means anything. You know, games are decided by wins and losses, not by moral victories. You know, so it definitely doesn't mean much. You know, if anything, it's great that the fans would think that's a good thing. You know, and maybe that'll put more bodies in the stands, but other than that, it doesn't really do much for us.
What, I guess, then do you take away from this experience, knowing that you were able to hang with the #2 team? You only lost this game by 5.
Right. You know, we know we can play good basketball. You know, like you guys said, there was a stretch where they had some buckets. You know, Jarryd Sullinger came out the second half and basically dominated. And you know, you can't have those kind of stretches, but we know that we can play with the top-tier teams, and in order to be successful, we have to do that for 40 minutes instead of just 20, or you know, however 32. Whatever you want to say.
Is it?